Thank you, Chairman. And Director Gecki, welcome back to the committee. Thank you for your service. I want to follow up Chairman Hill's questions to you about the regulations for the residential real estate transfers rule. During the rule's implementation window, small title companies have communicated to us that the rule as currently written causes significant operational and compliance challenges for their business. Help us understand how things went during the 3 weeks before the courts intervened. Can you tell me how many reports were submitted to FinCEN under the real estate rule?
Representative Barr, thank you for that question. Unfortunately, I don't have that off the top of my head. I'd be happy to get back to you on that.
Well, do you know how many of those reports led to actionable information for law enforcement? I think Chairman Hill asked you this question, you didn't know. This is of significant interest to the Congress.
I'd be happy to look into this.
Can you understand for us that for most of these title companies, there are very practical concerns about compliance issues with this rule, and are you prepared to make refinements?
Representative Barr, thank you for that.
To address those concerns.
As noted, the rule's been vacated. The FinCEN is currently appealing through the Department of Justice, and we're repealing the rule as it currently stands. And so I won't comment on that, but I will say, as a general proposition, we are always open to improvements. Although I cannot forecast any changes we might make, we are happy to take on further suggestions for refinements of this rule.
Well, I can tell you from my interaction with my constituents who are in the title business, they totally appreciate the goals of FinCEN. They want to help FinCEN prevent illicit activity, but there are some very practical compliance concerns, operational concerns, and we would appreciate your consideration of their concerns. Without objection, I'd like to enter into the record a letter sent to Director Gecki from a bipartisan group of members of Congress, part of the Real Estate Caucus, expressing those concerns.
Without objection.
Thank you very much. And despite FinCEN's recognition that CTR and SARS thresholds are outdated and have produced millions of useless reports, FinCEN has consistently failed to update the thresholds. Why were the threshold changes not included in the AML program's rule notice of proposed rulemaking?
Representative Barr, thank you for that question. Also, thank you for your comment letter from you and Chair Hill on this very issue to the program rule. And because this remains an open rulemaking, I'm not able to speak to it. I can assure you, however, that SAR CTR requirements and thresholds are an area of active work that we are closely working with Treasury leadership to resolve.
Well, thank you. And as you know, our colleague, Congressman Loudermilk, has been a real leader on this. We do need to update these thresholds. We want to focus on illicit activity and not kind of useless busy work for financial institutions. FinCEN said that it would finalize CTA rulemaking in 2026. It's halfway through the year. When can small businesses expect a final rule?
Representative Barr, thank you for that question. Very soon, as we hoped. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so 2026, this year.
I'm very optimistic.
Okay. You also testified that FinCEN would delete, and this is to Chairman Davidson's question earlier. You testified that FinCEN would delete beneficial ownership information collected on small businesses that are no longer reporting companies. Is FinCEN on track to do so by the end of this year?
Thank you, Representative Barr. FinCEN would intend to address the question of deletion in a final rule, consistent with other rules and regulations we would need to follow, including the Federal Records Act.
I appreciate Chairman Davidson's leadership on this, and I do urge urgency with respect to his request. Thank you. I yield back.